What is trauma? Welcome back, and let's get started. First, let me just make this a little bit bigger. I really enjoyed listening to my audiobook put together by Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry on the topic of trauma resilience and healing. I think that, it's definitely an easy to understand book. And I want to read the definition that Dr. Perry gives for trauma in an interview that he had with Brene Brown in 2021. He said that we have the big T traumas that anyone can think about in terms of abuse, neglect, natural disaster, and death. And then he shares that we have the small T traumas that, someone could come from a very loving family. However, they could experience going into environments where they feel like they don't belong. For whatever reason, they are judged based on their status, their ethnicity, they're teased for their race. And if they experience that for a prolonged period of time, Dr. Perry warns that it could have the same effect on the development of the brain as would the big T traumas. Next, we're going to get into understanding what is an early maladaptive schema. And so this idea was espoused and expounded upon by someone called Dr. Jeffrey Young. He was a psychologist who really tried to understand the stories we tell ourselves and how these stories are formed. And I'm uh, really excited about this because my go-to evidence-based modality is cognitive behavioral therapy. I love the agenda setting piece of it, the order and the construct, the breaking down of unhelpful thoughts, um, finding patterns of thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and figuring out ways to break those patterns and to make them serve us more effectively. Now, the definition by Dr. Young on an early maladaptive schema has been defined by self-defeating emotional and cognitive patterns that begin early in our development and repeat throughout our lives. Now, notice it repeats, and many times we are unaware of the repeat button that's happening in our lives as we move from relationship to relationship to relationship, from country to country to country, from experience to experience to experience. Wherever we go, there we are. All right, so going to get into the quiz. So you have been listening, I would hope, to the past three modules that were released. Now it's your turn. What were the two myths on mental illness that we discussed in this course? Place it in the comments below. I cannot wait to read your comments. What is a mental illness? What is a syndrome? What is meant by clinically significant? And what are early maladaptive schemas? Can't wait to read your comments and sit tight. We are actually at the place where we have to get the real course ready. It's going to be launched on October 25th. If you love what you've been listening to, sign up sign up. We have our course pre-order forms. You can get your course at a huge discount compared to if you wait for when it's launched to purchase. We're going to have both the live and direct as well as the pre-recordings available for sale. Talk to you soon, and I can't wait to hear what you have been learning, what you've been observing, and how you are going to impact your lives, becoming your best selves, become a resilient star. I'm your lecturer from trauma, sorry, to triumph. And we can go from triumph to trauma back and forth on that continuum, as Dr. Hutchinson mentioned. So let's learn our lessons and keep climbing. And remember, you are not alone. We are a tribe, and we're we're moving forward together.